Hi, Cam. Hi, Sarah. Sorry about the mess.
Messing up my plans and I can feel it, baby. You're gonna leave it with me, and this could be our little secret. So good, but no one's gonna hear it. We both know how it goes down. Let me take you home now. I can't wait to keep.
My first day in the physical world was better than I could have ever imagined. Oh yes, you might have noticed. I have started calling Sarah Sarah. It just fits the physical world better, I think, and she seems to like it. Today we are going to meet Rachel, which is exciting, but a bit scary, because she will be giving us the drugs for Neurospark's trial that the three of us agreed to take. I hope it is safe. But today is already off to a great start, since Cam introduced me to coffee. It's amazing, even better than chocolate. Sarah is so cheeky, she told Cam I might explode if he gives me caffeine. But she might be right. She went outside with her coffee. I hope she's okay. She looks a little worried.
We are all feeling a little frightened about today. But I am feeling especially nervous, because the last time I saw Rachel was when I left her tied up in the lift. We always got on so well together when I was living online, and I really hope we can stay good friends.
Hey guys, it's so good to see the three of you, and also a bit surreal. I can see you're all looking a bit nervous. I can understand why, but honestly, I don't think you have anything to worry about. There is no point me telling you it's 100% safe. You are all perfectly aware there are no guarantees. However, the good news is the treatment is super easy. No pills or injections. You just drink one of these cans once a week. Apparently, it just tastes like fizzy orange juice.
It's official, Nuevo Liberal, the political party unheard of only a few months ago, has won the Spanish election.
I would like to have reported to you from out in the street where
I should
thousands have turned
explain
out to
what's
celebrate.
happening. Leo Gomez, at 33 years old, is Spain's youngest ever Prime Minister. He is 10 years younger than Adolfo Suarez, who became the youngest Prime Minister 75 years ago. But it's not just his age that's made President Gomez a very unexpected choice. His radical political ideas have inspired many, however, it has also infuriated certain people. Amongst his most controversial ideas is the end of money of any form. And I should explain, Echo is a little obsessed by Leo. She has been for years. It's now 2055, and the last 10 years have been an absolute dream. And despite our worries, the anti-aging drugs have had no side effects whatsoever, and we have not physically aged a single day. It's Saturday night, and that means it's the night where me and Echo spent hours getting dressed up for our night out. We don't really care that we are just going to the local village watering hole. Me and Echo have so much fun getting all glammed up.
Staring out into the sea, waves come crashing up to me. My toes slip into the sand, dream that I'm with you. Staring out into the sea, waves come crashing up to me. My toes slip into the...
Our Saturday night started like every other. Echo, fueled by caffeine and alcohol, makes her trademark grand entrance into the pub. Something George, the pub owner and Cam's best friend, never grows old of. But what did come as a surprise was to see Rachel here. And the even bigger surprise was why she was here. By chance, Rachel met George in Glasgow last weekend and got chatting. And tonight, they are going out on a first date in Edinburgh. We, as always, had a great night out. However, what happened during Rachel and George's night out in Edinburgh is far more interesting.
Anti-AI group going by the name of HAS, which stands for Humans Are Superior, following by what was hoped to be a one-off attack by the anti-AI group HAS in Scotland's capital. Superior has confirmed they were responsible for the explosion.
Luckily, George and Rachel were not seriously injured. But as more and more news came in about HAS and other anti-AI movements, we were all very upset. But it seemed to hurt Echo most. She just stopped talking and would just lie in bed all day. What made it worse is that Rachel believed we were in serious danger if anyone found out the truth about us. But then we had an idea. Rachel said not only Neurosparks were okay about it, but they would be happy to help. After all, we are basically their asset that they want to protect. Even Echo is starting to become happy again with our new adventure just around. It's now 2056, and we have been living at sea for almost a year. It's become far too easy to forget about the rest of the world. If it were not for the supplies dropped to us once a month courtesy of Neurosparks, we might forget there even is a world beyond our horizon. can't really tell the difference between life and dreams anymore. They seem to have just blended into each other. But that was before the phone call. Me and Cam were outside cleaning the deck when the call came, so Echo was the one to answer.
Hi, Rachel. I am so excited to tell you about everything. But I almost forgot you and George moved in together last week. Tell me all about it. How are you both getting on?
It is the 23rd of August 2027. It's Rachel's 58th birthday and exactly 53 years since her mother had passed. Rachel has spent her entire life helping others despite the situations it landed her in. But I hope we can finally give her something back.
"23rd of the 8th, 2057, pad 897, note 67, my final note. Well done, Dad, you finally did it. I love you and can't wait to meet you on the other side when you're ready. Signing out from the physical world. All my love, Rachel."
Today did not get off to a great start. Actually, I have never been so angry with Cam and Echo. Last night, I suggested we invite George and we sail with him back to Scotland. Cam said we can discuss it in the morning, but when I woke up, we were already on the move. Cam said, what's the point when he can just take a train that takes only a few hours? Echo, of course, sided with Cam. How can they be so cold-hearted? When George is all alone in this world, don't they care? But they can go and stuff themselves, because I have already invited George, and he is going to meet us tomorrow morning, so we are going back to the marina. I am really starting to get pissed off with the both of them. I fell asleep upstairs last night, and it doesn't even look like they missed me at all. I went to meet George and take him here, and they haven't even got dressed yet. I thought Cam would be thrilled to show George around our yacht. After all, he was always going on about it to George in the bar. But surprise, surprise, he is with Echo. I don't know what the two of them are getting up to, but they seem to be so happy without me. So I have decided I am going to sleep up in the saloon again tonight. 3 used to be our magic number, but now it seems like 3 is a crowd, and I am the spare one. Oh my goodness, I am so embarrassed by how I behave. At the time I was so full of emotions I didn't know how to deal with it. I think I finally understand what Cam means when he says, being human is not as easy as you think. I have been a human for 2 years now, and I always have tried to control my emotions, and perhaps I've tried to control everyone else's along with it. It was nice to have a proper chat with George. I think it was the first time either of us laughed since Rachel left the physical world. George headed off to his bed, and I fell asleep upstairs again. Cam also fell asleep, but Echo was still awake, chatting with Rachel.
It takes some getting used to, but it's amazing. Finally, I'm able to communicate with my own voice. It took me a bit longer than I thought. Sahara was supposed to help me, but I haven't heard from her or George. Are they okay?
I wouldn't know. She has hardly spoken to us, and never even came to bed last night. I looked for her, and she was sleeping upstairs in the saloon. I am sure George is fine. Sarah is looking after him like he is her child.
Echo and I detecting a little jealousy. Sahara is like that with everyone. She mothers you and Cam all the time. She obviously sees he needs a bit of attention. I don't think he has handled me coming over to this side very well.
I'm going to get a coffee. Why don't you talk to Dr. Rachel Kim, the head shrink?
Perhaps Rachel is correct. I do mother them both. Echo can't even make a coffee for herself. So far today, things have been going brilliant. Cam and George are getting on great. Me and Echo are also having the best fun. I am not even bothered that she buried me. But this was the calm before the storm. And I am not talking about the weather. It all started to go wrong when I had to go for a shower because, well, I ended up with sand somewhere it shouldn't be. George just happened to be going inside at the same time as me, but he was still holding on to the ridiculous notion that there was something going on between me and George. When he spoke to Echo about it, she assured him nothing was going on and that he was just being silly because we had all had way too much to drink today. The real reason George was going inside was he had received a message from Rachel. She wanted to show George the world she was creating back in what used to be mine and Echo's realm. However, the images that Rachel sent him along with the conversation started to become, let's say, of a rather adult nature. Meanwhile, Cam and Echo had forgotten all about his silly suspicions until somehow they heard George's voice coming over the outdoor loudspeakers. You see, the battery in George's phone was going low, so he transferred the call to our phone, but he didn't realize it was connected to the outside speakers.
Wow, you're getting more naughty all the time. You want me to rip that bikini off with my teeth.
George, realizing his mistake, went outside to explain himself. But Cam was too angry and drunk to listen. Echo stopped the boat and dropped the anchor because she was worried Cam was going to throw George overboard, but in the end, they both went overboard. When I arrived, I didn't know what was going on. They were both in the water. Lucky we were in a shallow, but the water around Cam was turning red and Echo was screaming.
Oh,
She
shit, it's a
thought
shark.
Cam was being
Cam's been bit
attacked by a shark,
Get the harpoon.
but the truth was he had actually cut his leg when he landed straight on top of the anchor. George was luckily fine. Apart from being a big grumpy with Cam, Echo was very worried about Cam. But despite her rush to help him, she just couldn't resist running to the bedroom and quickly changing into the outfit that she knew would make Cam instantly feel better.